There it is! Hello, Farlanders! My name is Kurt. I don't even know what my intro is anymore. How has anybody been keeping track of the longest time it's taken? Good gravy. There's another one, Wolfie. But welcome back to Farlands or Bust. I'm pretty sure welcome back, you dang noodle. I mean, it was almost not. It was almost an entire episode of just sitting in the dark, in the hidey hole. But Wolfie finally woofed, and we finally exited, and can finally continue west towards the far lands here in Minecraft Beta 173. What made that extra weird is that this is a rare special episode that I'm recording old school style. That is to say, whilst not streaming. It's just you and me, my friends. Just you and me. And I. And us? No. What? Yes. For episode 804 of the series, for your Friday, October 23rd, 2020. We're still raising money for charity, as we've been doing since 2011, up to $1,882.83 for the Equal Justice Initiative over on our Tiltify campaign. You can find links, the tracker, and donation links over at farlandsorbust.com or in the video description, or in the podcast description if you're listening via the podcast. Much appreciated, everybody who continues to donate and provide questions and things for me to talk about. But wait, there's more. Today, Friday, October 23rd, the day this episode's coming out, is also the beginning of the Mindcrack Marathon. Remember the Mindcrack Marathon? This was the thing where we all got together. Like last time it was in Chicago. And then it was going to be in Seattle. Well, previous to that, it was in Seattle. And then we had a whole plan, allegedly, to be in Seattle and do it. And then, like many other plans in the world this last year, they ceased to be. I did just find a spawner here, a dungeon. So let's excavate that as we talk about the Mindcrack Marathon. That's right. This one is going to be in the style of the spring marathons, where we all stay at home. Where we all stay secluded and quarantined from each other and the world. There's really nothing I need here. Maybe wheat, I guess. Ooh. Oh, there was a mushroom under there, which is why that didn't fall down. Interesting. So, yeah, we're doing it from the comfort of our own homes, which definitely pulls the wind out of the sails of what fall Mindcrack Marathon tends to be. But it's starting today, as I continue to, make it sound not good. It's starting today, the 23rd of October, for 48 hours. I'll take that iron, thank you very much, and that single piece of wheat. That's right. So tune in for that. Tune in for that. It starts at 1 p.m. Pacific time. That's LA time. Friday, the 23rd, which is the day that this episode got published on YouTube. Goes for 48 hours until 1 p.m. Sunday, the 25th. That's Pacific time. The segments where I, at least, am obligated to appear. I don't know how things are totally going to be handled. I don't know if there's going to be like an open call for us to kind of hang out in or whatever, but at least the ones where you are probably guaranteed to see an appearance from me is, well, the first one is the least likely, but Wreckfest for Breakfast makes a return on Saturday morning, 5 a.m. Pacific time, Saturday morning, which is 8 a.m. Eastern time for Cone. So that's going to be a rough one for old Kurt J. Mac. That one's going to be a real rough Wreckfest for me to participate in, but I'm going to try, and that's like a 2-hour time slot that we have for that. And I'm pretty sure, being such an early segment, Cone, the server master, will be opening it up to Wreckfest regulars to help us enjoy some multiplayer breakfasting for Wreckfesting. And then the UHC, the first UHC, starts at 1 p.m. Pacific time, Saturday. So at the 24-hour mark from when it starts, on Saturday, 1 p.m. Pacific time, is the first UHC. And yes, this is the type of UHC where you donate, and then you get credits to then use towards giving items to your favorite UHC Mindcrack members, like previous versions. So I am depending on your charity, as well as your putting that charity towards giving me iron and golden apples and potions and infinity enchantments are very important. After I win that UHC, then the second UHC will be, once again, a bright and early 6 a.m. the next day, Sunday, 6 a.m. Pacific time. Sunday is when the second UHC is being held. So tune in for that, and of course, donate, and then use your donation credits towards giving me things in the game to help me win. And then, finally, what you've probably least expected. It is nearly Halloween time, and the final segment of this Mindcrack Marathon is a Halloween costume contest, previously known as the questionable Who Wore It Better segment of the live Mindcrack Marathons. But the Halloween costume contest... Oh, that's right. I've entered the Halloween costume contest, and that's at noon on Sunday. The final hour of the Mindcrack Marathon is the Halloween costume contest. What craziness could I possibly have planned where I volunteered to take part in the Halloween costume contest? I'm assuming then there's going to be some sort of fan vote or something for the best costume, and I'm going to win. So just make sure you add your vote to that pile. That's all I've got to say. So yeah, Mindcrack Marathon this weekend. Tune in on Twitch, mindcrackmarathon.com. Donate to that great cause, in addition to the Farlands or Bust cause for charity. And let's hopefully make up for the fact that this one is not an in-person one, but I think we can do just as good for the charity and for the Mindcrack Marathon continuations for years to come. Indeed. Well, my spiel about that is over. You know what? Let's keep going by water here. I feel like we need to make up some speed power. I do have some more questions from those who've donated to the Farlands or Bust charity. Sparkle Pony asked, what real or mythical or imagined creature would you choose to be your adventure sidekick? Minecraft wolves notwithstanding. I don't know. Dragons are pretty cool because they can fly. So it's pretty much like having a mythical airplane. Right? That's how that works. Yes. So anything that could fly would be pretty spectacular, I feel. Yeah, I guess a dragon. It's a lizard. It's got sometimes flames out of the sides of its head. No, out of its mouth, and the whole flight thing. And it's pretty much a dinosaur. Oh, Wolfie. Speaking of which, hey, you didn't bark for like 3 minutes at the beginning of this episode. I've had about enough of you. Let's go to sleep and continue in the morning. And dragonsness, right? Dragons? Unicorn? I guess unicorns can fly. No, wait, that's not a unicorn. That's a Pegasus. What's a unicorn? I mean, do unicorns have wings? Or am I thinking of a Pegasus? Is there a pegacorn? Unisys? Because Pegasi tend not to really have the unicorn. Oh, what did I do that for? I saw the pig, and then I started doing the pig thing. I should have just sheared those sheep, but I had Wolfie murder them. I mean, I guess I gotta keep him up on his murdering skills every now and again. Let's make some more boats. I feel like I should make all new tools while I'm here, too. Might as well. Up, up. Oop, that's... Oh, yep, that's how that works. Up, up, up. Gotta get better at that for UHC. Boink. Hey, give me that chicken. Oh no, I have no inventory space. I mean... what do I get rid of? I guess I could just get rid of my pickaxe. That's already dead, huh? So long, pickaxe. You will be forever floating there. For the rest of time. So yeah. What will yours be, Sparkle Pony? A Sparkle Pony? Rex Races has a question. Very apt. Apt! For the upcoming Mindcrack Marathon. Rex Races asks, is Good your friend? For context, I'm a Mindcrack Patreon backer, and Good keeps mentioning that he doesn't know whether you see him as a friend. Let's put this to rest and get the answer we all need and want in these, here, now, difficult times. You say he doesn't know whether I see him as a friend? Does he see me as a friend? See, that's the question you should be asking. Then the other answer doesn't matter. I don't know. I don't know. You'll just have to ask him during the Mindcrack Marathon, constantly and all the time. It'll be really funny if we end up on a randomly selected UHC team. But seriously, though, no, I don't like that guy at all. No. Cone mentioned this and has talked about this, probably on the podcast as well. But I think it's more just the type of person I am. I don't make, like, I guess I don't make the kinds of friends that Good classifies as friends. Like, a friend to Good is quite a rude dude. Is that the saying? No, a friend to Good is like somebody who like blah, like all of discussion about life's meaning and personal psychological problems, family, history, and deep, moist conversation about very personal things. I feel like that is what Good considers friend. But I'm not that way with anybody. Like, honestly, I was going to say even my family, but specifically my family. But I don't even have any friends that I get that close to. The girlfriend, yes, that's, I feel like, reserved for that. And this is my own misgivings, or whatever you want to call them. I realize you can and probably even should have close friends, but I just never, and have never, gotten that way with people I consider friends. Now, I've had some conversations with Good specifically, even usually in person. I guess it is more keen. Oh, that was close. to I'm more keen to develop closer friendships in person, and the fact that Good and nobody is close nearby in person makes that difficult. But I've had some specific conversations with Good, specifically, similarly with Beef. If we ended up going out to breakfast after a long night of partying, Beef and I, at a convention or whatever, we'll talk about more real life stuff. So I think where Good is confused, and let's admit he's confused, is that hasn't held over to just like online. And I feel like Cone explained that very well. Like, I'm more of a like brother type friend than say like a close friend, in that yes, clearly we're friends, but it's more of just like a passing, almost like it's surface level, and there's nothing wrong with that. I just don't, and I know like other people, after they're done streaming or whatever, get in these long conversations either on Discord or over calls or whatever, and I'm just not about that. I'm not about voice calls by any stretch of the imagination, and I just never delve that deep. Like, I check up if I feel like people are having a hard time, or like I was in contact with Cone while he was like moving and figuring out what to do with moving and stuff like that. And he the same with me, as I was doing that from Arizona to here in Seattle. So, but yeah, it's not like a. Yeah, I don't know how else to describe it. Does that make sense? So I think that's where Good gets confused, because I am pretty shallow. I didn't mean, just like this water here. No, but just like surface level friendships. So I don't get that deep. That's just my personality. I keep a lot of that stuff to myself, or just between the super duper close relationships that I have in my life. The end. The end. To be continued. So yeah. Is Good your friend? Dot, dot, dot. Next question. Anonymous, which I feel like is a pseudonym. Have you ever gone on any winter hikes in the Cascades? Where are the Cascades? Are those the ones that are right here next to Seattle? I don't know the geographical features names specifically. I don't know them. I'm not on a first name basis. I'm not their friend. I hear snowshoe hikes are quite popular and beautiful, but I, for one, am too afraid to drive on snowy gravel forest roads in my tiny hybrid. From Anonymous. A couple years ago, went in like February on some hikes. And honestly, specifically if you're coming from Seattle, I didn't have any problems with like the roads being snowy or anything like that. Particularly if you choose like a popular hike that has the trailhead that's right off a main road. There was only one time that I ended up being in a parking lot that was ice packed. But with my 2015 Subaru XV Crosstrek symmetrical all-wheel drive, I was able to handle that with ease. Sponsor. Maybe? So, no. I haven't had that problem with, like, driving. Yeah, as long as you don't go out into the boonies. And obviously during the winter, a lot of the passes, mountain passes, are closed because of snowpack. But no, you can have I've never done snowshoeing. I don't know. That seems really awkward and difficult. I have done like just normal hikes. I even had a video of it up. Didn't I do like Heather Lake and or Lake 22 in the winter? And I had my micro tiny little spikes that clamp on, that will clamp onto your boots, which were very helpful. Some people were snowshoeing, but I was fine with the clamp-on spikes. And yeah, I mean, it was pretty enjoyable. I'm not sure if I prefer that to summer hiking, just because I don't like being hot and humid and sweaty and uncomfortable. I feel like I do a lot better in colder temperatures. Perhaps it's because I'm from the Midwest in the Chicago area. But so yeah, I have a couple, and me and the girlfriend have talked about it, that it would be something interesting to do this year, just because our summer hikes got kind of ruined by, you know, like I mentioned before, everything. So yeah, I have, and yeah, I mean, you don't need to, like I said, go deep into the wilderness. There are quite a few good hikes that start out, you know, low, and you do some climbing, so you end up in the snowpack above the snow line. And then that counts as your winter hike, I guess. Indeed. Let's go to sleep and continue in the morning. And a micro-spikesness. Micro-spikitude. Oh, shovel. No, wait. What broke? Oh, nothing broke. That was just... Okay, whatever. Indeed. Woof. Dravere, with another donation, asks, what is your opinion about Mojang Minecraft accounts being forced to migrate to a Microsoft account? This is Minecraft Java. This is hot news, hot off the presses. Get your hot takes here on Farlands or Bust. So yeah, they just announced that Java accounts need to be transferred to Microsoft accounts. Unhappy? Have no opinion? If no opinion, what color? What color have your socks today? That is an interesting way to ask that question. Hold on, let me check. They are gray with some merled red accents. I've been wearing a lot of, speaking of hiking socks. They're just good all-around socks. Keep your feet warm. They're thick. Moisture-wicking. But those are my socks. But yeah, I mean, that is kind of annoying. I do wonder what it's going to do, say, because I do have like a Microsoft Games account, an Xbox account, because I have an Xbox. So like, I don't mind that, but I wonder, will I have to create, and I'm sure these answers are out there, I just didn't bother to look at them. Will I need to create a new one to then attach my Minecraft Java to? Or can I merge it? And then in the merging, what happens? What breaks? It's already been broken in here in Farlands or Bust, where my skin can't be loaded from the skin repository. So I've just had to replace the default Steve skin in the installation with my Kerchemek non-copyright infringing skin. So yeah, I always do like worry whenever they make a change like that. Wolfie? Like what it's gonna do for me logging in and playing this version of Minecraft, right? But is it that big of a deal? Not to me. Not to me. I mean, it's a bigger kind of deal when it comes attached to a lot of things. Like I see a lot of this, the Oculus stuff now. In order to use your Oculus Rift, you need to have a Facebook account. And y'all knows how I feel about Facebook already. I'd done deleted that years ago. deleted, separated, and discontinued. So then to specifically require people who have, say, a device and have been using a device and then suddenly say, no, in order to keep using that device that you own and bought, you need to give us all of this and have this account. You know, it kind of feels like the cable company requiring you to have TV subscription with your internet subscription just so that they can artificially inflate their TV subscription numbers and later fees. So yeah, the Minecraft thing, I guess I'm honest. I'm surprised they didn't do it sooner. But it makes sense. I mean, theoretically, I suppose it might be more secure. That way there's not like two different databases and places that they have to keep logins for various things. I don't know, probably not. I'm no security expert. So yeah, that's happening, but it doesn't, I don't think it's really going to change my life. Specifically, since I don't even play current versions of the games. Regardless. Finally here, Jinglestog asks, much like the is good your friend question, a question of high and nigh controversy. Jinglestog asks, what's the big deal with putting ketchup on a hot dog? What are some other outside-the-box condiments or additions that are acceptable for hot dogs, in your opinion? It's just a stupid thing. Like, it's not. I mean, it's fun to say, but honestly, I'm sick of it. Like, I was kind of playing it up. It's a Chicago thing. Everybody, for me, growing up, would drill it into my head that, as a Chicago you cannot put ketchup on a hot dog if you're over the age of 12 or something like that. I don't know the specific source of it. I'm sure somebody could figure it out and provide me with a Wikipedia entry or something, but I really don't care. I still put ketchup on my hot dogs in addition to whatever other toppings I have around. Would I prefer like an actual Chicago-style hot dog? Probably, but when am I going to have all 16 ingredients in my home for my home hot dog consumption? So, yeah, it's just a Chicago thing. Just like I'm sure, like, if you're from New York, you got to have a big, flat, floppy, greasy slice of pizza. There's stuff like that, all just regional things to kind of make people feel like you're in a club, you're in a group, and everybody else is wrong. I think is where that originates. I mean, just like similarly, I've heard like Chicago sports, like don't do the wave in the audience. You know, the wave, like that's not a Chicago thing. Don't do it. And I remember being a kid and going to like a baseball game, and like some people started doing the wave, and I was told no. We don't do the wave. Like it's some religious, noble religious cause or something like that we're upholding. But it's all like just superstition, macho gesturing, I suppose, even. And yeah, just the whole tribalism, I guess. That you could probably trace that down to. So yeah, like I don't care if you put ketchup on a hot dog. I do care, however, if you put barbecue sauce on French fries. How dare you? No, I don't. What are any outside the box condiments? I mean, like ooh, what's going on in here? Oh. Oh, there's another. It's the episode of the hidden mushrooms. We had that little red mushroom in the spawner, and now this little brown one has a nice little luxury suite for all to itself. I mean, I've tried all sorts of different toppings. When I was a kid, I used to make myself hot dogs for lunch, and I would wrap a slice of American cheese around it and put it in the microwave so that the cheese would melt around the hot dog. That was always good. Sometimes I would put coleslaw on a hot dog. I think that's kind of a St. Louis thing. That's a St. Louis dog thing. Chili dogs are just too messy for me. If I want chili, I'm gonna just have chili. So that's too much. That's madness, and that should be stopped at all costs. Yeah, I don't know if I have any like. I've put like hot sauce. If I have like Tapatio hot sauce, I'll put that on a hot dog. I'm not a huge mustard fan. So if there is mustard, there's got to be a much more dominant other condiment to kind of cut the mustardy nastiness. Pickles, pickle relish. Yeah. No, I don't know. It's been a long time since I've had like a true hot dog. There's no good gluten-free buns. There's all these big fluffy buns that aren't bun-like. Dang gluten. But yeah, no, that's really not that big of a deal. Like it was jokingly like ha 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 at first, but then like Cone was actually like upset by it when we were in Chicago and he had a hot dog. He actually did have a Chicago style hot dog and he liked it, but yeah, whatever. Put ketchup on your hot dog. I don't care. That is the least of my worries in this world. You know what isn't the least of my worries? Waking up at 5 a.m. to do Rackfast for breakfast as part of the Mindcrack Marathon. Like I mentioned earlier, starts right now. Well, I don't know about right now. I'm going to try to get this episode up before 1 p.m. Pacific time, Friday, the 23rd, which is when it does begin. Tune in if you have the capability to donate and support the Mindcrack Marathon cause. That would be very awesome, as well as then using that to help me specifically and me alone in the UHCs. That would also be very helpful. I've got like all this inventory jazz. Get out of here. Ooh, don't need that. Whoop. And yeah, when you're not doing that, you can also go to farlandsorbust.com and support our charity fundraiser here in the 8th season of the series. Woof. Let's make some bet. Now you bark incessantly. Where were you at the beginning of the episode? Up. 3 beds. 1 down. Get the workbench. And yeah, I do appreciate you tuning in to episode 804 of Farlands or Bust. I'll see you this weekend, like I said, on the Mindcrack Marathon. My name is Kurt. I will see you next time. Dragons.